It wasn't too long ago that I did a video sharing some Grail mail pin mail, and it's always super exciting when you finally achieve a Grail pin, but today is a little extra exciting because after over a year, nearly a year and a half of searching, I have finally found my Holy Grail Disney pin. This pin, which is a jumbo pin and comes in this pretty cool collector's box, is the very first Grail pin I ever had. Like I said, I first saw this pin over a year, close to a year and a half ago, and I was like, I need to find this someday. And basically for an entire year, I did not see a single person have this listed for sale or for trade. I was kind of thinking, am I ever going to see this? But then on eBay in December, I started to see a few of these listed. They were for well over $100 and they actually sold. But this one just came up for auction on eBay, and guess who won it? So if you can tell from the front, this pin is an e-ticket attraction pin, and it is a 2009 release from Disneyland. You can also kind of see how there's some worn stains on the box, but the condition of the box doesn't really matter too much for me. I just care about the pin, what is inside. This guy is a limited edition of 500, and its original retail price was $55. So judging by the size of the box, you can tell that the pin itself is pretty big. You just pull back both sides and voila! This here is my beautiful holiest of holy grails Disney pin. This is the Splash Mountain Jumbo e-ticket pin. This pin truly is absolute perfection. I collect Splash Mountain pins. It is my absolute favorite attraction at Walt Disney World, and truly it seemed like I was never going to even be able to find this pin, let alone own it. But I'm so super excited to share a little bit of a closer look at this pin. So this pin does come in the nice collector's box, which unfortunately is pretty stained, but I display all my pins up on cork boards, so the presentation box doesn't matter too much for me. But this is just the most fantastic pin ever. It's actually a pin on pin on pin, and all the braille characters at the bottom are actually this awesome slider element that move up and down. You can see the little e-ticket here since this was part of the e-ticket attraction series. It's got the classic Splash Mountain artwork. It reads, "Laughin', splashin', satisfactual fun." And hopefully you can tell by my YouTube name, Zip-a-Dee-Doo Disney, that I love Splash Mountain. So I'm going to take this pin actually out of its presentation box. This truly is a whopper of a jumbo pin. For a size comparison, this Olaf is kind of a standard open edition size, and so just this slider element alone here is even a pretty large size pin, but I think jumbo pins like this are just so awesome. So from the side you can see how it's stacked pin on pin on pin. The back has this really beautiful translucent fill, and all the water is filled translucently, and the quality of this as well is just so super nice. Since this is obviously a beefy pin, it has 3 pin posts on it. It has a special e-ticket stamp with Splash Mountain's opening day date at Disneyland in 1989, and then it says limited edition of 500. So this truly is just so absolutely exciting to own my Holy Grail Disney pin. Now that I have this crossed off my list, I still have obviously quite a number of Grail pins, but nothing that is quite at this level. For my 12 Days of Pinsmith series, I had actually planned a video on Disney pins I wish I had, but I already ended up having enough videos planned for it that I didn't get to film it, which I guess is kind of a good thing because that video would already be pretty outdated. But at least quite a number of the grails I have left on my list. I don't think I'll be getting any of those anytime soon. I'd be really curious to know if any of you guys have a holy grail Disney pin and what it is. Also quickly wanted to share one other cool new Splash Mountain pin I got. This one is my next most recent Splash Mountain acquisition, and it is a WDI or Walt Disney Imagineering e-ticket calendar pin. So this kind of continues along in the theme of the e-tickets. So these are pretty cool hinged pins. When you open it up, you can see the top has just this absolutely beautiful super shiny artwork, again featuring the Brer characters and Splash Mountain in the background. And the Splash Mountain was actually for July 2017, so it has the calendar for that. This was another pin that I was really lucky to find up for auction on eBay, and I'm pretty sure I would have gotten this close to what the original retail price for this was, so super happy by that. Because this is a WDI pin, that does mean that this is a cast member exclusive, and this is a limited edition of 250. So I've been able to fit this e-ticket pin up on my Splash Mountain pin board, which I share with my Tower of Terror pins, but this one means I think I'm gonna have to find a whole separate Splash Mountain pin board to get all my pins on, because this one is a whopper and it's definitely gonna be forever the centerpiece of my collection. I do hope you have a Zip-a-Dee-Doo Disney day, and thanks for watching!